Hi there, babies. I'm off on a road trip today, and I'm just absolutely caught up in the love of the Lord, the divine inertia that delivers us from one place to the other, knowing that we are just absolutely established and are coming in and going out from this time forth and forever. Coming in and going out. It just doesn't stop. The joy doesn't stop. The mobility doesn't stop. It says in the book of Revelation that it says, touch not the oil and the wine. I don't know what beast or what weird thing that the Apostle John was looking at that had that divine decree. I don't have a theology for it, and I kind of don't care. But something got a little bit of a lashing and a rebuke. Touch not the oil and the wine. That means joy and mobility. We have oil of joy that surpasses all our companions. All the people of the world that are striving so hard and thinking so hard and trying to make their way through this life, getting bogged down in their thoughts, getting bogged down by discouragement and adversity. But there's joy and mobility for those that believe, and our coming in and our going out is not impeded like ever. It's just so good. I have been quite inebriated recently off the Apostle Paul. Can I be so bold to say that I've been drinking with the Apostle Paul? I got some Pauline Punch, and it's surely spiked with something, and I don't know what, but it's getting me pretty excited. And I have sat and meditated and drunk New Testament glory, New Testament wine, reserves that may not have been tapped since the days that the words actually poured out of the Apostle Paul's mouth, since the living waters poured out of the Apostle Paul's belly. You know, Jesus said, he promised, those that believe on me, as scriptures have said. And even the words of Paul are scripture. Peter even said that. If you believe on me, as scriptures have said, out of your belly will flow rivers of living water. Oh, this beloved relationship, this joy unspeakable and full of glory. Oh, I'm gonna take a dare here and start saying some stuff, but you know, this beloved relationship, this joy unspeakable. Paul alluded to something that he saw stuff that wasn't lawful for men to speak. There's an experiential reality that is open to us. What if we start sucking off of the living water that flows out of the belly of the Apostle Paul and start reading his letters, start drinking from Pauline revelation? Oh, what kind of joy is there? Oh, it's just an absolute download, an absolute impartation of joy that we don't have a grid for. Can't stay in your skin anymore. You can't stay in your skin when you get this joy unspeakable, full of glory. There's no expression in your bodily members. There's no articulation in your language. It's just like immobilization, absolute immobilization. And it's all about that lover-beloved relationship, those waters, those unceasing waters that flow from beneath the throne of God. Think about it. The book of Revelation says that there's a river of life that flows from beneath the throne of God. It gives life to everything it touches. Creative impartation. Everywhere this river flows, and that river's in you. Jesus said it. Out of your belly will flow rivers of living water. So where's the throne? Where's the seat of authority? Where's God's dominion? It's in your belly. The Apostle Paul knew this. And he said he was poured out as a drink offering. Philippians chapter 2 says, oh, I've been poured out like a drink offering. No, wait. 2 Corinthians 6 or 7, something like that. I don't care. It's all good. Philippians, Corinthians, they all got drunk off of Paul anyway. But he said, I'm being poured out as a drink offering. So just open wide your heart. Make room. Make room in your heart. Make room in your heart because I'm being poured out. And I got news. He's not stopped. The Jesus, the flavor, the revelation that God gave the Apostle Paul didn't stop. He's still pouring out. His letters are written. The wine is flowing. The water's pouring. The inebriation has not ceased. It's joy unspeakable and full of glory. Can we say in this lover-beloved bond, this love feast that we've entered into, wherein we find this cloud of witnesses surrounding us, and the Apostle Paul even numbered among these that are in the cloud of witnesses, that we partake, these that have gone before us, these that we partake of? Song of Solomon says that the belly of my beloved has become like a goblet. Oh, I got a navel. I got a navel full of wine. Oh, and I just want to just like cozy up to the belly of the Apostle Paul and start slurping the new wine, the living water, all the glory that comes from the Apostle Paul's belly. To give suck off of his navel and just drink it in to the fullness of Pauline revelation. Oh, because this verse is just coming to me. Colossians chapter 2, verse 15. It says, he has disarmed principalities and powers. All the lemon suckers, everybody that throws works and striving and muddies the waters of the true gospel, tries to make you think that there's something about what you do to be worthy enough to receive blessings in this life, instead of just realizing that you are the object of divine favor. You are the object of divine desire. He pursues and loves you so much even now. So he's disarmed principalities and powers. And I'm just declaring this, that when you drink Pauline revelation, you have this joy unspeakable and full of glory. There's no stopping you. There's no devil. There's no lemon sucker. There's no pew warmer. There's no harsh email from people that don't know any better, that haven't tasted and seen that the Lord is good yet. Hold on a moment while I pull into a new lane. We're in the midst of a reformation. Not only a reformation. This isn't just a joy revolution. The Apostle Peter said in Acts chapter 3, verse 21, that this is the time of restitution, that Jesus was compelled by the heavens to be received. He was acknowledged. And we're talking like Regulus and Polaris and Jupiter. What are you doing? Regulus and Polaris and Jupiter and all the constellations, principalities that rule in high places. I mean, the Apostle Paul talks about that in that warfare chapter of Ephesians chapter 6. He says, the delineation in the hierarchy of demonic ranks. It's like there's principalities and rulers of darkness, and they're there. They're seated in high places in other dimensions than the dimensions that we know. But look, when Jesus ascended, and we are co-ascended with Jesus, those he chose, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified. That's you. You're co-crucified, co-resurrected, and co-ascended with Jesus. So that when Jesus was raised up, it says that these constellations, it says that these rulers, these principalities, these powers, these fallen angels that seek to exact woe upon the earth and vexation in the hearts and in the lives of the sons of men, that these things did obeisance and bowed their knees to Jesus. So the restitution of all things is at hand. God has disarmed. The Apostle Paul declares that in Colossians chapter 2, verse 15, that Jesus has disarmed principalities and powers until the restoration of all things. And we're in a time where we're not just looking for like church to get better, worship services to be a little more exciting and a few more goosebumps passed around. It's a lot more than that. Our worship services isn't going to be about getting the right worship leader or the most charismatic preacher in the pulpit. It's going to be about you becoming the instrument that God actually plays. You becoming the epistle. Paul was a living epistle. He's left us a testimony in all the books that he wrote that are included in the canon of the New Testament. But I got to tell you that you're the instrument that God plays. You are the living epistle that's read. You are co-crucified. You are co-resurrected. You are co-ascended with Jesus. And when Jesus experienced the obeisance that was done by fallen angels and principalities and celestial criminals, they do obeisance to you. He's disarmed them. And now we are in an age, Acts chapter 3, verse 21, he has been compelled to be received. Acts chapter 3, verse 21. He was compelled to be received until the restitution of all things. The Apostle Paul comes along in chapter 2 of Colossians, verse 15, and says, he has disarmed principalities and powers. Every written code that was against you, every jot and tittle, every accusation, the beast, the dragon, the accusation has been cast down. You're blameless. You're innocent in the sight of God. This is enough to make me levitate. Oh, my Lord. This is just such good news. Makes me punch drunk. Pauline Punch drunk was spiked with I don't know what. But I just have to get this out there that we're on the precipice, not of just a reformation. It's not just about rearranging church. It's about a transfiguration about who you are and a release of the glory, the treasure that's been laid up in earthen vessels. It's coming out. God's summoning it. He wants you to be a drink offering now. The Apostle Paul was a drink offering. He wants to play you like an instrument. He wants to read you like a living epistle. He wants to experience you. He wants to become drunk on the treasure, the wine, the reserve, the pleasure that he finds in you. He wants that light to be set upon a pedestal. That light that is in you, he wants it out from the earthen vessel, set upon a stand. Light shedding abroad for all to see. Oh, there's a lot of glory in this. I'm just kidding. I'm drunk driving right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on some rural road, and thankfully there's not a whole lot of stuff going out here. But I know that I'm surrounded. You know, the plankin's a mode of transportation for royalty that was alluded to in the Song of Solomon's. That there's a palanquin. Solomon's palanquin comes and picks up his beloved and transports them like all over the kingdom and all over the realm and all over the vast domain of Solomon. And a greater than Solomon has come now. And we got a plankin. We got an enclosure. It says it's surrounded by 60 dread champions. We got 60 angels that are in charge of lifting us up and taking us from one place to the other because we are blessed in this. We're so blessed in this that we're blessed in our coming in and our going forth from this time forth and forever. Be awakened. Let your senses become exercised. That you know the accompaniment, the resources, the reality, the kingdom reality that surrounds you. The plankin of Solomon was a type and a shadow of what you're experiencing now. That when you're blessed coming in and going forth at your work site, at the market, with your family, in your promotions, when you ascend when you rise up in the morning, when you lay down at night, we're blessed and are coming in and are going forth from this time forth and forever. You have got 60 dread champions. There are at least 60 angels that are surrounding you that are charged with this determination from heaven that you be blessed in going in where you've got to go in and coming out from where you've got to come out. It's a ministry of deliverance. It's a ministry of transportation. So hold on to your seatbelts, kids. Enjoy the ride. Hold on to your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. We're going up. Good news. Oh, glory.